dispensaries. He doesn't like them. It's a lot like here in Michigan, but this is in Colorado. So we're not the only ones doing this. Check it out.
What they did is created a Wild West when they passed legislation saying that it's okay to have dispensaries and leave it up to individual communities to make their own decision about it. The voters did not intend this to be sold in stores.
Hey guys, I wanted everyone to take a look at this.
This is a total violation of Amendment 20, and that's why this push is going on.
Why can't it be sold in a store, in your view? We were just in a dispensary a couple miles across town. Seems like a pretty normal business. There's a receptionist, it's clean, they're paying for things, there's cameras everywhere.
Well, they claim it's really regulated, but yet we've had the sheriff's office actually do a surveillance and watch someone go in the same store 3 times making purchases. We have students who have sat there and told us that it's easier now to get marijuana than it is to get alcohol. Since the dispensary's open, our crime incident rate has gone up by 40%. Oh. And there's already a drug called Marinol that's proven to work. You just can't get high on it, but they don't like that. They want to get high.
That was written for him. That guy isn't even smart enough to come up with those arguments.
This makes me mad.
It's unbelievable.
What's this ballot initiative? Because this is going to kill 20, 30 businesses.
Well, do you want a legitimate business or do you want an illegal business? They don't even know the strength and the potency of their marijuana. They don't know if it's a Sensimilia plant or not. They don't know what the percentage of the THC content is.
That's unbelievable.
Yeah.
Every one of our strains tested, and every CBD and every THC count of our strains.
Absolutely.
Many medical professionals are saying this is not safe.
Oh, okay, this guy's grossly misinformed.
This doesn't have dosage amount, doesn't have any precautions, doesn't have side effects, there's no warnings, and you got store clerks giving advice. I'd rather have a pharmacist give me advice. If they're so concerned about patients, then why are they trying to make millions of dollars off of this? They're not concerned about patients. They're concerned about dollars. If this community wanted to make money, then we could bring gambling to town, we could bring prostitution, we could make a lot more money.
Okay.
That's not what this is about.
Guys, I gotta tell you, after seeing this, I'm having a hard time staying in my seat right now. This misinformation is appalling.
Countdown to launch. It's the medical marijuana.
Launch commit.
Radio show.
Guidance is internal. Ignition sequence start. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Liftoff. We have a liftoff. Power clear.
The Medical Marijuana Radio Show is a production of the Medical Marijuana Radio Network.
You tuned in to that Medical Marijuana Show. 855 Triple M Radio. Keep it legal, keep it legal, keep it legal, keep it legal. Hey. You tuned in to that Medical Marijuana Show. 855
Welcome to another Medical Marijuana Radio Show. We are live downriver from the Downriver Health and Cannabis Fair.
Okay, Steve is the host with the co-host Denise. Starting at noon Saturdays every week. Yes, we keeping you legal. Legislators and lawyers, doctors and the growers. The show is for the people. Michigan Medical Marijuana, no hassle. We talk about anything, any issue we can handle. Call us up and let us know what is on your mind. And make sure when you do it legal every time. Hey. You tuned in to that Medical Marijuana Show. 855 Triple M Radio. Keep it legal, keep it legal, keep it legal, keep it legal.
We are styling in just about every way out here today. It's really a smaller event than I thought it was going to be, but in a grander sense, it's really big out here. For as small as the venue is, there's an awful lot of people here already, and we just opened up. It's the Medical Marijuana Radio Show. We're broadcasting live on 1310 AM WDTW, Detroit's Progressive Talk. My name is Steve Green. I am patient, caregiver, radio host. Normally by my side is Denise Policella. If you'll excuse my voice, I'm a little bit hoarse. It was a bad joke. I've been a little sick. It's a little ill. But we've managed to get out here today. And it's a great day. Look, it's going to be beautiful weather. I just can't believe how wonderful it is going to be outside today. Thanks for coming and enjoying the show. We are set up out here to talk to a lot of vendors. We've got a lot of stuff planned for today's show. There's been some stuff happening in the legislature. We're going to talk about that a little bit. When we do these live broadcasts, it requires a lot of help. It requires a lot of people and I got to thank Theo. Theo, you got a microphone there? Go ahead, pull up the mic there.
Thanks, Steve. Happy to be here.
You can't see Theo on camera. He's busy trying to help set stuff up. But in any event, we're down here, Downriver. We're at the place is called Germania. The Germania Hall, and we're on King Road. I'm going to see if we can't get Heidi out here from the Downriver Compassion Club and see if she can't tell us about how to get people down here. There's a small admission at the door. This is all sponsored by Puff Danny's and Applied Analytical Laboratories. And we're also going to be talking to some of the vendors. And then we also want to talk to you today. We've got a way to connect you in. If you want to be on the program, you can call us today at 810-423-2350. How's everything going over there, Theo? You getting it set up? Is it all working out?
Yeah, there's a lot of people showing up, and it's looking like it's a great event, Steve.
Look, one of the things about a German hall that excites me, because I've got a little German background. I was actually born in Germany, Würzburg. I was an army kid. But when you come to a German hall, it's all decked out in the Alpine stuff, and then they have the Küche over there. It's a kitchen. And I smell sauerkraut and, I don't know, there's stuff brewing over there. I want a kielbasa. I don't know what that is over there, but it smells darn good. I've eaten 3 times on my way here, and I can't resist the food coming from the window up the street. So, we've got a bunch of stuff happening today, and I think one of the most important things that happened this week that we should probably talk about a little bit is that package of bills that came before the Senate Judiciary Committee. Actually, it wasn't the Senate, it was the House Judiciary Committee. And we had some, this was the first week we actually had an opportunity for people to speak, for people to give their voice about how those bills might impact the medical marijuana law as it exists in the state of Michigan. So this is the state of affairs. We're standing by for Denise. I want to see if we can't. Hey, Theo, can you see if you might be able to, give you a better shot of, for people who are. We're doing the radio thing, but then we also have television cameras here. So I'm going to give, for the people who are watching on camera, there we go. There's another shot of us there, a different shot. This is kind of a two-man band here today. Normally we have Rick Thompson, who's also in studio with us. Rick is out today handling a bowling event, which is taking place in Okemos, Michigan. That is for Jenny, and Jenny is a special needs patient, and they're raising some funds for her out there. We'll hopefully talk to Rick in just a bit. Theo, is there a way that you can go find Heidi? I'd really like to talk to Heidi real quick before we cut to break. Do you know who Heidi? Do you know which one Heidi is? See if you could reach her. We want to just talk about some of the people who are here. I don't have a complete list of all the vendors, but I can tell you we got Puff Danny's glass blowing out here. We got Puff Danny's glass blowing out here. We got the Hydro Hut hydroponics. We've got T-shirt guys. Where's Haas, the T-shirt guy? Hey, Haas. We're on the air. Haas is a T-shirt man, and he's gonna come over here and talk to us about some of the stuff we got going on. Which, you supply all these shirts and stuff for people. Here's your microphone right here, Haas. Go ahead.
Hello.
Now, get him on mic. Let's see if we can get him on camera here. I don't know. We do the radio thing. Hey, Theo, we got a couple. Yeah, we got. There we go. So, Haas, tell us about the T-shirt business and what you guys. First, tell us about, for people who can see your shirt on camera. You got Haas's shirt. Tell us about the shirts business. You supply exclusively medical marijuana shirts.
I use exclusively medical marijuana shirts for the public. I give back out of my donations for the cause. I try to show up to every protest and every function. Like today, it's real good here.
What's the shirt you got on?
I got a Puff Danny shirt on that my artist spelled wrong.
He spelled it wrong.
It's supposed to be not.
You got the mic's there.
Supposed to be Puff Danny, not Buff Danny.
Puff Danny, not Buff Danny.
So
I didn't. The last time I saw Danny, he wasn't as buff as he was, Puff. Yeah, for sure.
But we'll work it out. We'll eat our mistakes, and we hope you guys come down, man. It's going to be a good day here.
Did you now? You made the medical marijuana radio show shirts, yes?
Yes, sir.
Have you? You got to get a little closer.
Yes,
there.
sir.
Did you bring some down?
No, but I've got yours broke down into 2 copies now, or 2 colors. So next week I will be bringing you some shirts. I've just been so busy getting caught up.
It's a lot of work. It's doing because you handle all the T-shirts for all these vendor guys.
I do the designing, the wholesaling, the retailing, and the marketing.
It's a lot of work.
So.
And I see you all over the state. I mean, you're in Flint, you're downriver, you're out in Okemos, you're out out west, you're up north. For a big man, you get everywhere, man.
Oh yeah, it's my passion. I love seeing people happy and getting their medicine on time and fighting these stupid laws that we have that we shouldn't have.
Did you have a chance to go down to Lansing this week and see the testimony going on down there? I thought I saw you on camera. Were you down there?
I was down there the first time, but the last 2 times, no. I decided to hold my opinions back.
Well, sometimes that's a good idea. Boy, Mike McShane let loose out there. Did you see Mike talking?
Yes, sir.
He let him have it, didn't he?
Yep, I watched your whole tape yesterday on the last testimonies too.
Yeah, unfortunately, I was hospitalized recently. I was sick, and so the day that stuff happened, I let myself out of the I checked myself out early to come and do that live streaming, and we had a power failure. So the majority, unfortunately, of that video is lost for the patient testimonial day.
Man, that's too bad.
It's just the last. I think I got 10 minutes at the end. It was an awful situation, very unfortunate. The House government stuff is. I thought that all that stuff was available all the time. It's not. You actually have to pay for it. If you use their television stuff down, the recordings of the proceeding, they charge you for that stuff. Can you believe that? So that's why I pick it up and restream it, or if I'll go set cameras up myself and record it myself, because then at least you've got rights to the copyright and nobody can mess with it on that point.
So you're allowed to go in there with your own cameras then?
Yes. Well, they can't. They got what they call the Closed Meetings Act and stuff. They can't. They have to allow access to the public and to media. They really can't tell you no. At least that's their opinion, and I'm glad they have that opinion because it's kind of an important one, I think. It was really important to hear people and what they had to say at these hearings this week, and I'm a little dismayed that they only had a couple of minutes apiece to talk. There's like 9 or 11 issues in those bills, and to have a couple of minutes to talk about all of them for each person was just ridiculous. So we're down here at the Downriver Health and Cannabis Fair. We're on King Road it's called Germania Hall, yes? And we'll give you the address in moments. Stand by. We've got Rick Thompson calling in with the Jenny update. We've got Denise Policella around the corner. So much more to come on the Medical Marijuana Radio Show, folks. Don't go away and come down and join us downriver.
Steve and Denise will be right back on the Medical Marijuana Radio Show. The Medical Marijuana Radio Network.
The law offices of Targowski and Grow remind you to stand up for your rights. Always treat law enforcement with respect, but if you're detained or arrested, stand up for your rights by repeating, I respectfully invoke all of my legal and constitutional rights. I do not consent to any search or seizure. I want to remain silent, and I want to talk to my attorneys, John Targowski and Daniel Grow. Targowski and Grow have the education and experience you need to be successful in Michigan courts. Call Targowski and Grow toll-free, 800-957-1069. The law offices of Targowski and Grow, 800-957-1069. If you are a carded Michigan medical marijuana patient with a need for safe access but have reservations about privacy and discretion, there is an answer. It's the Ant Farm. The Ant Farm is Metro Detroit's trusted professional mobile transfer service. Write this toll-free number down, 888-369-3320. Lab-tested, mold and pesticide-free. It's the Ant Farm's convenient you'll try, but quality standards, privacy, and friendly professionals that will bring you back. The Ant Farm comes to you. Call for discrete details right away. 888-369-3320.
It's the big one.
The second annual THC Expo.
Starting Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, March 23rd, 24th, and 25th. Glass blowers, vendors, attorneys, contractors, hydro stores, compassion clubs, certification doctors.
More second annual THC Expo.
Thousands of consumers.
Ride the magic vapor bus to the medicating building.
Oils, hash, concentrates, edibles, seeds, and clones. Medical marijuana.
All available by donation.
Don't miss the VIP after party featuring Afro Man. It's the big one.
The second annual THC Expo.
18 and up, $15 at the door.
Don't miss the second annual THC Expo.
At the legendary Rooster Tail on the River.
March 23rd, 24th, 25th.
Detroit. Michigan's Attorney General has been lying to you about the safety of your children. He's trading our children's safety for his special interest.
Responsible regulation of alcohol or cigarettes means you can't get it without ID. That means our children are safer. Now consider that illegal black market marijuana dealers don't ask for ID and don't care how old their customers are. It's long overdue that we take a responsible position by repealing marijuana prohibition in Michigan in 2012. It will save millions of dollars in our criminal justice system every year, and it will focus police on solving real crime. Tell Bill Schuette once and for all to stop wasting our precious tax dollars on jailing nonviolent Michigan citizens. Make our children safer. Sign the petition, vote it in. Find out more at repealtoday.org. That's repealtoday.org.
If you or someone you know received a traffic ticket, has been charged with a misdemeanor, drinking and driving, criminal offense, or has had their driver's license taken away, they need an attorney. They need attorney Glenn McCandless. He's helped hundreds of people solve their legal problems over the past 16 years.
My law firm is dedicated to providing quality legal services at affordable rates.
Call us at 586-755-2900. Again, that's 586-755-2900. Call now.
The Medical Marijuana Radio Show.
Hey, we're back live here Downriver at the Downriver Health and Cannabis Fair. And we are having a blast. Look, Denise just got here. Denise, tell us how the expressways are. Is it easy getting here?
Oh, it wasn't the expressways. It was the construction. Thank you so much, Downriver, for the construction. And I just have to say, you know, I'm used to driving in Livingston County. You know, people are drunk and they swerve, but they go fast. Okay, down here it's all old women going 10 under just in case. I thought that I hated Oakland County. Oh my God. This was fun. It was fun. No, the expressways are fine. It was the construction. Jeez.
The Downriver people are like a whole separate
they're
like
lovely.
lobe of the community.
I love Downriver. The thing I noticed though that's nice about Downriver is everything's new. Like all the roads are nice and wide and all the stores are pretty. It's like new stuff down here. It's fantastic. And I've never been here. This is nice.
I'm very excited about this because I've been looking forward to this for some time. I mean, we've had these other events in other places, but we've never been downriver before.
No, we haven't. And Downriver doesn't get, quite enough.
They're tremendously underserved. Underserved.
I tend to agree with that. I don't think Downriver gets quite enough attention. And frankly, one of my very favorite clients is in Downriver, so very, very, very favorite. They're here today, I hope. Willie from Downriver Wellness is here. He promised he would come and make fun of me. So.
Well, it's easy to do.
Yeah, it's not hard. Not hard when I show up late all the time.
You know what? It's not easy to show up at these events.
I have my kids on Saturday mornings. What can I say?
Hey,
those
parenting
pesky
first.
little things want breakfast. It's ridiculous.
So did you get a chance to see the hearings this week? Hear any of the stuff? No feedback. Nothing.
This is the thing. I was actually practicing law all week. I know that sounds crazy, but I worked 4 14-hour days this week, and unfortunately, a lot of it's criminal defense right now. But interestingly enough, a lot of it is new dispensaries, happy to say.
That's a good thing.
Yes, it is a good thing. And a lot of what I do, as you know, I'm a business attorney, so most of what I do is duking it out on the local level with zoning ordinances in the municipalities and getting special use permits and getting
trying to
them
make sure
to get
all
off
the
their
T's
butts.
are crossed and I's are dotted.
And there are a lot of both of those right now.
Right.
Obviously. So that's the majority of what I do. Finding somewhere to put a dispensary right now is really threading a needle. You have to have the right county, the right municipality, the right ordinance,
or no ordinance.
Right. Well, and that's rare. And then you have to have the right location, and then the landlord has to go along with you.
For
so
sure.
it's quite a bit, and a lot of the zoning ordinances, as I'm sure you're familiar, have site distance requirements, which are a little weird.
Getting weirder sometimes.
I still don't get the entire, you have to be 1,000 feet away from another medical marijuana business. Why not put them all together? And the other thing I think that's really disturbing, and we don't talk about this very often right now because everything is so criminally oriented, but most of the ordinances lump marijuana into adult special use districts with bars and strip clubs.
Yeah, that's
which
not
I think
good.
is weird because, and this is what I continue to say, marijuana is continuously viewed by everyone down through every level of government as a controlled substance and not as a medicine. If it was viewed as a medicine, you could put it in a commercial district, residential office where doctors usually are, and this kind of thing. So,
Right.
this is again what I've been saying all along. Marijuana is not being treated as a medication or an alternative form of medication. It's being looked at as a controlled substance. When it's being put down with the strip clubs and the adult bookstores and the bars, why?
Well, unfortunately, you missed the very beginning of the show. I was hoping you were listening on the radio
I'm
before you got in here,
sorry.
but the reason I
You
mentioned
know,
it,
when I'm
Well,
looking
wait,
for
wait,
somewhere, I can't listen to the radio. Have you ever done that?
Yes,
I
you're
can't
right.
listen to it. Like I turn the radio off. Like it's going to make a difference,
Right, because you're busy worried about the traffic.
Yeah, because I'm I'm
distracted
looking.
driving,
Yeah,
right?
It's ridiculous.
So the thing that we had on the front end of the show was, have you seen the reality show American Weed yet?
Yes,
you
I
watched
have.
that? So I used a clip out of there. You see the mayor fighting with the Stanley brothers.
Yeah.
That's the saga going on. And so we used a clip of the mayor, going on television and saying a bunch of stuff that wasn't true and using misinformation.
Yes, that I've heard. Those, yeah.
That was on the front end of the show. So
Yes.
that's what we started with the
Yes.
show today. And that's
the made-up statistical portion.
correct.
Yes.
And that's what the fight is. And the reason I pointed that out is because, or the reason I played the clip is because not only is it happening here in Michigan, but obviously it's happening elsewhere in the
everywhere,
country.
everywhere.
And it's nice to see that we're not the only ones with that battle, and to also draw lines of congruency to see what's working there, what's not working there, and how does that apply here.
Right, and last week on the show you had clips for us of Senate hearings, and I believe it was in Colorado. And one of the senators was just spewing these imaginary statistics.
No, actually, that was the
it-
same show. It was American
was it the
Weed.
same
It was,
show?
it was right
Okay,
off the
then
top.
It was California. Okay.
No, it was
And
Colorado.
Was it Colorado? Okay. And it was. I thought it was Senate hearings, but I guess it was just. Was it just?
We actually had two pieces. We had just like we did this week. We had American Weed
Right.
at the beginning, just a clip of it to kind of expose people to
Yes.
it and let them know about it, because it's an interesting program and
It's
it
fascinating.
It does
I
show
like
the
it.
dynamics involved.
It does.
And then the other thing was to point to what's going on here with the bills and how we're trying to modify
Right.
the laws here.
It's just amazing the lack of information and the ignorant standpoint from which most of the representatives and civic leaders are operating.
Right.
It's to half of them it's still a gateway drug and they didn't know you could do anything but smoke it. It's the lack of education is
Right.
insane. It's incredible.
So it's moving forward in that environment that we're struggling with, and that's why we hold these events, and that's why we get people familiar with these kinds of topics, and we get them engaged with vendors that help them with their particular.
And these things keep getting bigger, which is awesome. I'm noticing.
Well, this one's not getting bigger. It just started. I think it's awesome.
Right, but I mean, I can't believe. I mean, it just started and it's all already very, very big. I mean, and when I say these things, I mean every event we come to,
Right.
it seems like there are more and more people, and that's a good thing. It's a very good thing.
Just checking out. So we got about 10 minutes or so before we go to break. We've got some people
Yay.
that are surrounding us here. I gave you the address. Do you remember the address? Probably not.
Here?
Yeah.
23156 King Road.
Wow, she's got the memory like an elephant.
It would have been convenient if I'd remembered that this morning on my way here.
26 what?
23156 King Road.
Okay, so you want to come down to King Road
Yeah.
to Germania Hall.
It's really easy to get to from the north. If you come down Telegraph and hit Dick Slater Road and go over the expressway and hit King Road, it's super easy.
Right.
Now,
and it's an Alpine-looking building. It's black and or, brown and white, and it's got the big X's. It's
the one
a
with
big
all the cars.
wide A-frame
Yes.
building. And can you smell that German food over there? What's
what's really crazy is I'm German and I'm German and I don't like German.
You're German? I didn't know this.
And I don't like German food.
Is
Is that terrible? So I will delegate all of my food today to you.
I'm down.
Go ahead.
I'm
also a vegetarian, which makes me not,
Well, especially with German food because of all the meat grinding and whatever.
Absolutely.
So,
Absolutely.
I got some bad news from one of our patrons here, who's also a radio comrade. He was saying his father passed away from cancer this morning.
Who did?
Today, an
Oh
hour
my
ago.
God! I'm so sorry. Wow.
What's going on? And tell us.
Well,
And your
this is what's going on with my dad. My dad was diagnosed with stage 4 mantle cell leukemia. The time my dad was going through the pain and suffering that he went through, I was giving him medicine to help him ease him with his pain because all they were giving him was all they were giving him was a pain pill called Vicodin or Vicodin or something like that, and it wasn't helping my dad's pain.
Yeah.
I produce quality medicine, and I've taken care of my dad for the last 5 years.
God bless you for that.
Thank you. I appreciate that. This is how I get through it. Without God's help, I can't get through this because it's been a devastating experience for me and my family. And I just want to let everybody know that this medicine really does help. I just wish that the people that are standing up there making our laws would realize that we as a people need this medicine to help people. I actually got my father to eat his last meal 2 days ago by giving him medicine.
And what form were you giving it to him in? Just out of curiosity, how is he taking it?
He was doing the vaporizing.
Okay.
We did that the last 2 weeks.
Okay.
Other than that, he would take a couple puffs.
Okay.
And the couple puffs would actually get my dad to eat.
Okay.
My dad actually lost a lot of weight. My dad was a very big man.
Sure.
He actually lost maybe 100 pounds.
And he was going through this for how long?
He's been
four or 5 years?
He's been going through for 5 years.
Good Lord.
Yes.
And now the medical marijuana gave him solace, gave him peace of mind, gave him.
Not only did it give him peace of mind, but my dad was actually able to talk.
It gave him functionality where it didn't exist.
That is
Yes.
incredible. I have a similar story. A friend of mine lost his mother, this past summer, also to cancer. She had been on morphine for however long for the pain in the hospital. He made them take her off of morphine for 2 weeks and gave her very, very, very strong brownies.
Right.
Made specifically for her.
Beautiful.
And he said, for 2 weeks, I got my mom back. And I was just moved to tears
Yes.
because he was able to say goodbye to his mom. And it
Yes.
was incredible.
That's what I did with
Yeah.
my dad yesterday. We transported him out to the hospital, out to the VA yesterday.
Oh.
And,
Well, we're very sorry you
he-
lost him. That's
yeah,
really rough.
He passed at 11 o'clock today.
Wow.
And you're here.
Yes,
God
ma'am.
bless
I'm here.
you.
I'm here, and the reason why I'm here is because I want people to understand this is medicine that helps.
Yeah.
Sick and dying people.
Sick and dying people. We need this.
Yes.
This has to happen.
I don't think there's any question.
Well,
It's you're fighting, and unfortunately, we're not just fighting people who don't understand the benefits of marijuana and want to call
Right.
it just a drug.
Right.
We're also fighting pharmaceutical companies, and I hate to constantly sound like a conspiracy theorist, but we really, really are.
But
I mean, there's incentive
yes.
to prescribing.
Yes, it is, and it's the pharmaceutical companies. In my opinion, this is my opinion only, that are the ones that control what goes on.
Sure. I'm not going to argue with you. It's not hard to connect the dots between doctors who are unable to talk to patients about prescribing alternative forms of medication,
Right.
the hospitals they're affiliated with, the DEA who writes their pharmacy license, and politics and money. It's not hard to draw that line, and it's unfortunate.
And of course, our
You know.
attorney general, who wasn't he
Yeah.
a attorney or something, or a judge
Bill
or something?
Schuette,
Yes.
well, obviously he's an attorney, but the attorney general's family is very heavily invested in the Dow Chemical Company. So that
well,
doesn't take
that will explain
that doesn't
everything.
take a brain surgeon or
Right. That will explain
So,
everything.
No, it does. It explains quite a bit.
Yes, it does.
Yeah, and thank you for our listeners and our viewers who are watching us.
Yes,
fiddle.
thank you. We
Here
appreciate this. We want you
we're
to know.
playing musical mics.
Well, yeah, we got a bunch of mic stands thumping around. Bear with the noise. I'm sorry. Look, I think it's really important that you came by, that you had the courage to come over here, and you came right up to the radio booth and sought us out. And I think it's important that we recognize you for coming over and having the spirit to in this kind of a moment for you.
Thank you.
Deal with this, and because the message behind what you're doing is trying to tell people that this is important.
It's
Aside from
very important. It's very important. It makes a big difference in people's lives.
quality of life.
Yes,
daily
quality.
Your
yes.
mom is still here?
No, I
with
lost my mom. My mom passed from Lou Gehrig's disease.
Okay. And what was your dad's name?
My dad's name was Martin.
Mark?
Martin.
Martin.
Yes.
Okay, so rest in peace, Martin.
Thank you.
Thank
I appreciate that. Yes.
Yeah.
He's going to be. He'll have full military honors. So.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Yes.
That's absolutely fantastic.
Well, so now,
thank you for sharing your story.
Indeed, believe me, I
incredible.
really have a great appreciation for that because there's so many people that go through the same story that you're going through. There are people that just don't get heard. They don't.
Right, they don't get heard, and they need to be heard. Our voices, if we speak, our voices can be heard. Let them understand why we're doing this.
This is why we're broadcasting this show as we speak.
Yes.
This is what we're here for.
This is what we're here for. This is what it's all about. We need more people to understand this medicine helps people.
And it's as simple as understanding what the medical need is, that you're qualified, you get certified, and then you follow through with the program and an appropriate person who can help you understand your condition and how you're trying to treat it.
Well, yeah, that's what I did.
It's a simple process, and it's just so mired by public policymakers and people who would like to turn this into something that it's just simply not.
Yes. That's because they don't want to open their eyes to understand.
And there's some other issues behind it
Yes,
too,
but
financial incentives and motives.
But I'm being, open the eyes.
There you go.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
And keep telling your story.
Thank you. I
Just
appreciate
keep telling
that.
it. Keep telling it.
I will.
So
I will.
We've got some other people here too. A lot of business going on, and that's an important thing as business goes. We can't do any of this stuff, inside the community without the business end of it. And part of the business, I've got the mic off. You're okay.
Okay, this one's off?
Yeah, that one's.
Yay. Okay.
I was
I
gonna
can bang on it.
pass. I'm sorry. I didn't go, for the benefit of our audience. Can you?
Yeah.
I was gonna give this to him. Okay, for the benefit of our audience, can you go ahead and tell people who you are?
All right. My name is Andre, and I'm from Urban Genetics.
And Urban Genetics is a company that obviously handles marijuana genetics.
Marijuana genetics, yes.
And so, tell us a bit about that and how you got involved with this business and what you're here to do.
Well,
And where you got the fabulous shirt.
It's an awesome shirt.
Thank you.
Nice shirt.
Well, I got into
Sorry.
I actually got into the business. Thank you. I appreciate that. I've been in the medical marijuana field since actually the law was inducted, and I had an opportunity to help some people as like the young man here, like his father. And actually, what really touched me and got me really involved in it was the fact that my fiance mother was real sick. It got to the point where she couldn't walk and couldn't get out of bed. And doctors couldn't tell her what was wrong, but they kept prescribing her medicine.
Right. Well, that's their job. They like to do that.
Well,
Yeah.
what it is. They have to get their mark, but
And
it was
treating the
always
symptoms,
something, and they were crossing, and the drugs was crossing and just totally depleting her quality of life. So at that point, I started making her some Rice Krispies. And within 3 months,
the medibles.
Yes. And within 3 months, she stopped taking her medicine. She started walking, and she started socializing with people again. So at that point,
Wow.
it was like, I'm doing some good.
Yeah.
So I said, well, how much more good can I do?
Let's tweak it a little bit.
Right. So I say, well, I'm a great grower. I'm excellent at it. So at doing that,
We just did a three-way fist bump on the growing.
right. So in doing that, I found that in dealing with the compassion clubs and a lot of events that I go to, I found that patients haven't been able to get a hold to quality genetics. You can go a lot of places and they can tell you what it is. And I wanted to offer Michigan a place to get quality genetics legally where they didn't have to worry about, well, what is this? I'm guessing, he told me it was white widow and skunk. No, we don't want you to guess here at Urban Genetics. We want you to know, be secure and have fresh beans that you know how you got to wait 6 weeks to a month. Then you get them, only half of them pop. Here at Urban Genetics, we stand behind all our beans, all our clones. 80%, I say 80 to 90% of the times that I've went back and did some DNA testing, DNR testing on my own product, I found that 80 to 90% of my beans
They're popping. They're doing their thing.
Overnight.
Listen, I want to talk a little bit more about genetics. We're about to cut to break. We'll come right back. There's more to come on the Medical Marijuana Radio Show. Don't go away. Rick Thompson should be calling in moments with a Jenny update.
Got something to say?
Call now toll free. 855-MMM Radio.
It's the big one. The second annual THC Expo. Starting Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, March 23rd, 24th, and 25th. Glass blowers, vendors, attorneys, contractors, hydro stores, compassion clubs, certification doctors. More. Second annual THC Expo. Thousands of consumers. Ride the magic paper bus to the medicating building. Oils, hash, concentrates, edibles, seeds, and clones. Medical marijuana. All available by donation. Don't miss the VIP after party featuring Afro Man. It's the big one. The second annual THC Expo. 18 and up, $15 at the door. Don't miss the second annual THC Expo. At the legendary Rooster Tail on the River. March 23rd, 24th, 25th. Detroit. The law law offices of Targowski and Grow remind you to stand up for your rights. Always treat law enforcement with respect, but if you're detained or arrested, stand up for your rights by repeating, I respectfully invoke all of my legal and constitutional rights. I do not consent to any search or seizure. I want to remain silent, and I want to talk to my attorneys, John Targowski and Daniel Grow. Targowski and Grow have the education and experience you need to be successful in Michigan courts. Call Targowski and Grow toll-free, 800-957-1069. The law offices of Targowski and Grow, 800-957-1069. Medical marijuana certification. And now you can find out everything you need to know online at getpotid.com. Or write down this toll-free number, 855-DOC-CERT. A friendly specialist will direct you to our Farmington Hills office. Medical marijuana certification. GetPotID.com. It's the key to getting your card. Information, resources, and in the end, if you're qualified, a medical card. Call toll-free right now, 855-DOC-CERT. That's 855-DOC-CERT. It's GetPotID.com.
If you or someone you know received a traffic ticket, has been charged with a misdemeanor, drinking and driving, criminal offense, or has had their driver's license taken away, they need an attorney. They need attorney Glenn McCandless. He's helped hundreds of people solve their legal problems over the past 16 years.
My law firm is dedicated to providing quality legal services at affordable rates.
Call us at 586-755-2900. Again, that's 586-755-2900. Call now.
The Medical Marijuana Radio Show.
So we're back on 1310 AM, WDTW, Detroit's Progressive Talk. Steve Green, Denise Policella, and now with me on the telephone, Mr. Rick Thompson. Rick, welcome to the program.
Hi, thanks, Steve. I'm glad to be here. And is Denise, how are you today?
Denise is not able to hear you at the moment because she's outside of her headphones. She actually, while I was getting ready to talk to you, stepped away to, don't tug on that, please. She stepped away to go grab some coffee. It's, she was talking about the German food, and she doesn't, she's German and doesn't like the, German food, but, I don't know, she's after the coffee. The German's famous for coffee? I'm not sure.
To connect with you guys. I know that the event down there has got to be happening today, and I know that there'll be a lot more people that come during the course of the day, too. And I understand that there's also an evening activity as well.
That's
down
right.
where you're at, too.
Puff Danny's having an event around the corner from here. I'll have to get the. I'll give you the address before we get off the air. I wanted to touch base with you because you're in Okemos holding a bowl-a-thon event for Jenny. Yes.
Yeah, exactly right. Jenny Reed is a wonderful patient. She's a single mother. She's just a fantastic gal, and unfortunately, she's stricken with a disease, a type of leukodystrophy. It's very rare. Only one. There's only 10 people in the entire globe, on the entire planet, that have this disease, and she happens to be the person that has lived the longest with it.
And
Jenny is hopeful to be able to go to Arizona to participate in a convention where there will be medical personnel there that are familiar with cannabis treatment that might be able to help her find a different alternative treatment to be able to help her the tremors that are typical of the leukodystrophy.
And so you're holding the bowl-a-thon event. It's in Okemos. Do you have an address out there?
Yeah, actually, the bowling alley is right on Grand River Avenue in Okemos, right at the East Lansing area. And I don't have the address in front of me at this time. I apologize. I can tell you, though, that it's Colonial Lane right there. I'm sure everybody from the region will know where it's at.
Awesome. Well, now, how are you just going and you just pay for bowling and that covers it, or can you donate extra, or how does that work?
Of course, you can always donate extra, but there's a small charge for bowling, and of course, donations are accepted. But beyond that, there's a lot of fun events, too. There's a shirt contest to see which bowling team happens to have brought the most creative shirts. There are many raffles and some giveaways, too. I understand that there's to be a silent auction also. So there's lots of ways that people have donated from themselves so that Jenny will have a much better chance for herself and for someone to go with her.
Now, is there some a way that people who are not on that side of the state or can't make it out there in time to participate in your event, is there a way that they can donate? Is there a website they can go to? Is there a number they can call? How can they get funds to Jenny and for her cause?
The easiest way to do that, and thanks for asking me about that, Steve, the easiest way to do that is to contact through the Facebook page. The Facebook page for Jenny Reed's Rock and Roll fundraiser also has a donate area there, and it also leads back to another page that will give you more information about her unique disease. And I do have that address. It's 127 North Grand River.
127 North Grand River in Okemos.
Exactly correct, and that is on Grand River Avenue, right there just outside of Lansing. Outside of East Lansing, actually.
And once again, if people want to donate individually, they can go to the Facebook page and find information on Jenny Reed's Facebook page.
Exactly correct. The actual Facebook page is called Jenny's Rock and Roll Fundraiser. If you search for any combination of those words in the Facebook search bar, that will come up, and then just click on it, and you'll find all the information, some photo galleries about Jenny. And this is a gal who's participated in the event in the Clarion recently. She also participated in a rally that we had in Mount Pleasant. She's been making the rounds, including being at the House of Representatives this last Thursday.
Wow.
Her very, very good friend, Dr. Hollingsworth, gave testimony to the House of Representatives, and sitting right in the front row was Jenny, and they could all see exactly how ill she is, and that she receives benefits from this, and it was a very moving display.
Now, we don't want to keep you tied up too long because we know that you're critically tied up with trying to get that whole event rolling, and it's important that the attendees come and are able to access a game so that they can get some funds to Jenny and have some fun out there. Really, this is about fun and charitable giving and helping people. So I love it, I love it, I love it, Rick Thompson.
Well, thank you so much, Steve. It's nice to have different times when we have the Medical Marijuana Radio Show on the road, actually doing a double road show today. Not even broadcasting from our normal digs, both of us in the field. So,
you can't beat it with a stick. Denise wants to say hello to you.
Hi, Rick. Miss you.
Hi, Denise. I'm glad you're there to help Steve out, and I'm sure that you're doing a fantastic job. And I'm also sure that they have a lot of great food at that place.
I can't wait. I'm telling you on camera after the break, I'll come back with a kielbasa or something. I'll be like a dog with a bone. Watch.
Yeah, it smells fantastic here. I have to tell you that.
All right.
For many reasons.
We're in the better smelling venue, I can tell you today.
Well,
you guys might have the bowling, but
yeah,
we've got Jaeger.
You've got Jaeger.
There won't be any embarrassing videos of me falling down in my bowling shoes today.
Hey, look, people laugh at me like I'm Fred Flintstone when I bowl. It's it's awful. They charge tickets. It's awful. I'm a horrible bowler.
My 10-year-old daughter kicks my butt. She does.
Well, you know what? I just love to go out there for the event, and you have a little fun, and you raise some funds, and you make connections in the community, and the other people that are bowling along with us, people in the community around us, they see how we interact with everyone and that we're not a threat and a danger, and then they're oftentimes surprised when they find out exactly what brings us all together, this marijuana issue.
Right.
Because they were expecting a completely different crowd. So it's great to be able to prove to the world at large that we are who we say we are.
All right, Rick, we're going to marshal you off to your cause. Good luck to you, and we'll look forward to an update for you next weekend.
I'll be glad to do it. Take care, everybody, and have a great day.
Thanks so much.
Next weekend. Are we really broadcasting on St. Patrick's Day?
Indeed. Are you going to be? Are you going to be green?
I'll be drunk, but I'll come in. No, I would never do that.
So, we're going to be definitely doing the St. Patrick's Day broadcast. I don't even know we should find a venue to broadcast
We
from.
really should. I've got a couple in mind. I've got clients' places who are going to be having, some
SOL.
shenanigans. Yeah.
I think we should definitely find a place with some four clovers and I don't know.
Yeah,
4-leaf
I think-
clovers, multiple leaves. I don't know. It's.
I'm Irish too, so this is a good week for me.
Boy,
So you're Irish and German.
I am.
I don't envy you.
Yeah.
I'm glad.
Why?
I'm glad I don't drink.
Are you serious? I mean, whiskey to me is just like my bloodstream is like,
So now we were talking earlier about Andre was talking about genetics, and he was talking about dialing in on genetics and how he got involved with this and the personal story behind it.
I think that's fantastic because people the number and names of strains right now are mind blowing. I don't even know.
You notice they're hiding the. I watch a lot of places where they have. I think it's a funny name, the green crack. They call it green crack.
Right.
What?
And
Really?
that, for me, it's I don't like that name. I don't know who named that, but
You know
it
what
bothers
I don't
me.
like too? There's a new strain out called Ice, and I don't really like that because it sounds too
It sounds
close
illicit.
to a hardcore drug. Right.
They're labeling it as if it was.
I mean, some of it's cute, but some of it's starting to sound a little hardcore.
Well,
and
I noticed on that
appropriate.
American Weed show they didn't call it green crack. They called it green sea.
Okay.
You see,
well.
they're pulling back. I mean, I think it's crazy when people start getting a little outlandish like that because it doesn't do the community any favor. It paints the opposite face we're trying to paint.
We're back to where
Well,
we started between the people who want to treat it like a recreational drug and people who want to treat it like a medicine. And who says you can't do both? But it is kind of a struggle.
In the same token, just as we have so many politicians and people out there that are uneducated about the law, we have a lot of people out here growing and that are very uneducated about the marijuana plant itself.
Yes.
So you have people out here constantly looking for, what's the THC? What's the THC? Well, THC
Just one
can be
component.
12. It's not correct. It's only one component, but the CBDs can be awful high, which is what a lot of patients are looking for to relieve their pain.
The
to help with
CBDs
their
really have an
anxiety
impact
and
on
stuff
pain,
like
whereas
that.
THC tends to be more psychoactive.
More lucid.
Right. Yeah.
Yes.
Right. Well, I think it's important that you're doing what you're doing and that you're doing it inside Michigan, certainly. And I think definitely since the compassionate apothecary case on April 23rd came down, which was a huge turning point, a lot of the headway that we had made as a community and a lot of the industry that was created in the medical marijuana community sort of not only slowed down but somewhat went backward. And you see a lot of people trying to be in this for the money at this point and not really have enough experience in it. And it's unfortunate because it's becoming a self-perpetuating problem at that point. Like
it could.
You know.
I think you're going to see this ebb and flow as the knowledge and information comes out, and then it's going to come out and then retract. I think it's an evolving, growing thing, and
but it's the people who are going to operate like.
Professionally and
like the labs and the genetic seeds and really looking at
with
the
some
science
scientific
of it,
foundation,
and not people just getting any clone trying to make a quick buck that are going to continue
Well, see, that's
to raise
the wrong.
the bar.
The whole idea of making a quick buck. This isn't about bucking.
It's not. However, you're in a state with no manufacturing base, high unemployment, and people trying to do something to make money.
Not going to deny the
see
obvious.
This.
Yeah, a lot of people are going to realize.
And this is why the compassionate apothecary case was so devastating.
Was
it because it put everything back in the back alleys where it does not belong, when it was becoming a very self-regulated, high-quality industry.
And well-maintained. I mean, we're doing a good job of it.
Right. And another thing, everything needs a cleansing. And I think I hate that the apothecary case went the way it did, but with the cleansing, it also gets rid of the people who are so-called out here just scrounging for money, because as a grower myself, I know there is not a lot of money in the magic bean that they think that it is. It's not. You're gonna drop some seed in the dirt and we're gonna make millions of dollars.
Sure.
And if that's what you're into this industry for, without the compassion in your heart first, you're not gonna make it anywhere.
No, you're not, and you're taking an awfully big risk at that point if your only motive is profit at this point. And I tell anyone who listens, don't be greedy. I mean, do not try to take advantage
in the first place,
of this right
as a guy who's a caregiver and a grower, if you're getting into this with the idea of making money, you're getting into the wrong idea.
Right.
You're getting into the wrong
business.
Now, the business lawyer here thinks that it's okay for you to make money. I'm just saying profiteering is a problem.
Making money is a good thing. This is a capitalist society. I'm just saying, if you're getting into this with the idea of being, is this a get-rich-quick scheme?
Yeah.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
It's get 4-year felony quick.
We got to go to break. We're coming right back with more on the Medical Marijuana Radio Show. Don't go away.
More of your calls next on the Medical Marijuana Radio Show. The Medical Marijuana Radio Network.
The law offices of Targowski and Grow remind you to stand up for your rights. Always treat law enforcement with respect, but if you're detained or arrested, stand up for your rights by repeating, I respectfully invoke all of my legal and constitutional rights. I do not consent to any search or seizure. I want to remain silent, and I want to talk to my attorneys, John Targowski and Daniel Grow. Targowski and Grow have the education and experience you need to be successful in Michigan courts. Call Targowski and Grow toll-free, 800-957-1069. The law offices of Targowski and Grow, 800-957-1069. 888-367-1069.
If you are a carded Michigan medical marijuana patient with a need for safe access but have reservations about privacy and discretion, there is an answer. It's the Ant Farm. The Ant Farm is Metro Detroit's trusted professional mobile transfer service. Write this toll-free number down, 888-369-3320. Lab-tested, mold and pesticide-free. It's the Ant Farm's convenience you'll try, but quality standards, privacy, and friendly professionals that will bring you back. The Ant Farm comes to you. Call for discreet details right away. 888-369-3320.
It's the big one. The second annual THC Expo. Starting Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, March 23rd, 24th, and 25th. Glass blowers, vendors, attorneys, contractors, hydro stores, compassion clubs, certification doctors. More second annual THC Expo. Thousands of consumers. Ride the magic paper bus to the medicating building. Oils, hash, concentrates, edibles, seeds, and clones, medical marijuana. All available by donation. Don't miss the VIP after party featuring Afroman. It's the big one. The second annual THC Expo. 18 and up, $15 at the door. Don't miss the second annual THC Expo. At the legendary Rooster Tail on the River. March 23rd, 24th, 25th. Detroit.
If you or someone you know received a traffic ticket, has been charged with a misdemeanor, drinking and driving, criminal offense, or has had their driver's license taken away, they need an attorney. They need attorney Glenn McCandless. He's helped hundreds of people solve their legal problems over the past 16 years.
My law firm is dedicated to providing quality legal services at affordable rates.
Call us at 586-755-2900. Again, that's 586-755-2900. Call now.
It's the Medical Marijuana Radio Show.
Welcome back to the Medical Marijuana Radio Show. We are live on 1310 AM WDTW every Saturday from noon until 1. It's the Medical Marijuana Radio Show, and we do this as a public service for you. We're live on location downriver at the Downriver Health and Cannabis Fair. We're at Germania Hall on King Road, and we're here talking to, this is going to be Ben Arnold from Applied Analytical Laboratories. Now, we've been talking about businesses and what they do and how they have an effect on the community.
And how we're not in this for profit.
And so the idea...
Speaking of the radio show.
Right, well, yeah, good Lord. You don't even go there. But, so the thing that genetics do is lean people in the right direction. And then the thing that the testing does is tell people what the genetics are doing. So, Ben, can you tell us about Applied Analytical Laboratories and what you do and why it's an important part of the industry?
Absolutely. We run a multiple different tests. First, the cannabinoid analysis, which you were referring to. We quantify the amount of THC, CBD, and CBN, 3 of the active cannabinoids in cannabis, all of which have different medicinal values. We also make sure the medicine is safe. That's our main goal. We do a microbiological screening, screen for mold, fungus, and bacteria, and then also a pesticide screening to tell you how well that grower is flushing the product.
Now,
but what caught my eye in your card was it said portable. That's really cool. You do portable testing, so.
Yep. We're here on site doing on-site testing today. We're often at the Genesee County Compassion Club doing on-site testing. We're all over the state, so if anyone's interested in getting on-site testing, please get a hold of me.
Oh, phone number, website?
Yeah, you can find us on cannatesting.com. That's our website, where you'll also find our strain library. A lot of the tests that we've ran in the past, you can kind of compare what you have to other people around the state.
Now, do you guys have some local on-site screening that's happening anywhere when at different dispensaries?
Sure. Yeah. Like I said, we're at the Genesee County Compassion Club. We do a lot of work with the Downriver Community Compassion Club. Over on the west side of the state, the Pharmacy, they get all of their meds tested by us. Nothing touches their shelves prior.
Wow.
Other people in the state are starting to move towards that direction.
How have you seen this impact how people make purchasing decisions when it comes to their medicine?
Sure. Well, all patients want to see tested medicine. When given that opportunity, they're going to gravitate in that direction. Everyone wants to know that their medicine's safe, and they want to know what's in their medicine. So if we're going to treat cannabis as medicine, it's important to do those things.
Well, and to be scientific about it and to know the numbers behind it. It's a basic, simple foundation, right?
Absolutely.
So once again, it's Applied Analytical Laboratories. It's Ben at cannatesting.com. That's how they can get a hold of you directly.
Sure, shoot me an email.
And they can get some information about what the process is and what the cost might be involved. And
absolutely.
I'm sure you've got some detailed information
about.
We're
we're located in Springfield near Battle Creek. But the great thing is we use FedEx as a courier service. So no matter where you are in the state, you can get your samples to us within 24 hours, and we can promptly return your results.
Awesome. So excited you're out here today, Ben. Thanks for coming out and helping to sponsor this event.
Oh, thank you. Thanks for being here.
And being out here for the people because it's really important.
It's all about the people.
What are you smiling at, Denise? You do look like
I love that he just admitted to sending marijuana through FedEx. the lawyer's just going to sit here and be quiet for a minute.
That's all good. It's not such a scary monster. It's just a vehicle with some wheels. It's the same thing as my car. It's just they've got a federal number on the side of it. No big deal. So, as we get ready to wrap stuff up here, I did promise. We got about 6 minutes left on the show, or maybe a little bit less. I promised that I would show some food. Now, the kitchen.
Is this for Rick?
Yeah, right. This is to help promote the event. Oh, I guess we're over here. I'm not used to the camera thing. They're bringing some food over, and I'm hoping we can. They're putting a little plate together. I wanted to show off what some of the fare was here, and food's part of the fare. I wish I had a better opportunity with more people. I don't have enough people here today to show you all the different stuff. I wanted to train cameras on different people. The great Hydro Hut place is going on just and right next to the Hydro Hut hydroponic supply place is the place that has that does all the it's Puff Danny's glass blowing booth. And then we've also got a young lady here from Ann Arbor Health Collective. No, you're not.
She's from Puffs.
She's from Puffs. Well, she's
we
wearing the
know her. I met her in Ipsy, inside the Third Coast Puffs.
Oh,
just on when was it? Wednesday.
Yeah. And the Third Coast Puffs is still open, right, young lady? Go ahead.
Sure it is.
Can you give her a microphone?
They're
Here, give her this
loud.
mic.
Go right ahead. It's okay.
So, tell you're gonna have to get close to the mic there. Tell us about yourself.
Well, my name is Kim. I work at Puff Danny's Glass Boutique out in Ypsilanti. He also have a new store open up October the 7th in Wyandotte, Michigan.
Go ahead.
And anything that you need, he have it.
It's the glass blowing that Puff does is amazing. It's a.
People about Puff and what he does. If people aren't familiar.
I can barely hear you there, Denise.
Can barely hear
there
me.
You go.
How?
Helps if you turn the mic on.
Tell people about
Puff.
Puff.
Not that. Wait, whoa, you're too loud now.
Hey.
Okay, go ahead.
You're so picky today.
Hey, people got to hear you.
We're on. People downriver know who Puff is. People in the Ann Arbor area. People up by me, way up in the sticks and Howell. Tell people up there who Puff is, because he's fantastic.
Puffy is the best man that I can ever work for. He takes care of his customers at all times. Anything that they need, we may not have in the store, but we do customized orders. You bring us a picture, you bring us what you want, show us what you want it to look like, and they'll blow the glass with no problem.
Now, Puff did some stuff specifically for me. He does do some stuff by order. Like if you can tell him exactly what you want, and he'll make it for you.
Absolutely.
He absolutely does.
I mean, I have this one lady that came in and said, "Hey, I want a bowl with a Hello Kitty." I said, "Well, you bring me a picture that shows what you want, and we can definitely get it done."
And they've been doing the new ones with the Michigan and the State and the Red Wings and the Tigers symbols on the end. Those are fantastic. They're beautiful.
Those are our hot sellers right now.
Aren't they beautiful? Yeah.
You're way too hot. I'm serious. You're blowing us out. She's too quiet. You're too loud.
I can't hear.
Oh, Denise.
I can't hear.
Is he trying to put you off?
He is.
Oh my God. So no, I wanted to say that the Hello Kitty thing. What is up with that? I noticed Randy Jackson was on American Idol with the Hello Kitty thing on the side.
I don't
The Hello
know.
Kitty thing. I don't get it. Denise is making funny faces.
I know about it. You just won't let me talk.
You're too loud.
Am I still too loud?
Oh God! Get the camera. Get on camera. Get this on camera. Get the food on camera. Quickly. You got 60 seconds. Get the food on camera.
Take a picture of the food.
It's on camera.
There it is.
Here it is.
Look, if you come down here, it's on King Road, and we're downriver. It's the Downriver Health and Cannabis Fair. The food here is delicious. Give it a little pan. Give it a pan over on the food. Seriously, I want it on the food. Food. I want to show people what's going on there. We'll be here today until 7 o'clock at the Downriver, just a quick event. And Puff Danny has his event coming up afterwards at a bar just around the corner. Tell us real quick, where's it at?
Absolutely. Danny is having his second year anniversary tonight at 9 o'clock at the Active Room on 4th Street, right behind the CVS.
All right, we'll talk to you later. Thanks for coming.
Our trademarks. Copyright 2011.
What's that? Yeah, we're definitely on the stream. So we're going to continue to stream and do some interviewing here, but I'm going to take a food break because I'm starving to death.
Said that it shouldn't be an issue at all, and I've talked to Steep Hill Laboratories in California. They've been operating in that regard for a long time. Being that we use ground transportation and FedEx is privately owned, none of our samples ever leave state boundaries, and they're completely aware of what we're doing. They've agreed. We have a corporate account set up with FedEx. And there's never more than a gram sent for a test, so it's a 1 gram sample. We use biomedical packaging. You're an attorney, so you said from an attorney standpoint.
Still interstate commerce. Look, if they're not touching it, that's awesome. I think that's fantastic. It's voluntary, and I'm glad they're not. And I don't think they should, but they could have been. I don't think it's necessarily a FedEx policy. I think they know how much money they're making, and that they need to just make it and be quiet. I don't disagree. I'm just saying, from a white-collar crime point of view, it's interstate commerce. It doesn't matter that it doesn't leave the state. The only thing they're ever going to do is just confiscate it and throw it away. I don't really think they're after a testing laboratory anyway.
Right. I was just curious. Thank you.
Oh, man. The advice people are getting. I got a call last night from one of my friends. They have a lawyer who told them that I can be a caregiver for 5 patients, and those 5 people can be caregivers for 5 patients.
No.
And those 5 people. This is an attorney.
Oh my God.
This is an attorney, and guess who retained him? Tony Bertoli.
That's crazy.
I know. I know.
I mean, it's not even close to us.
I know.
It's not even close to us. But I don't eat cheese. That's very different.
The penne pasta has just got cheese in it. That's all it's got.
Oh, it does? Well, this is pretty much all I should eat today anyway. My needs were a little tighter than I wanted them to be this morning. I think it's a mistake for attorneys to be advising people to do things that are illegal. chances are they don't care, but you need to know this.
Doesn't the attorney put themselves at great risk when they give bad advice like that? I mean, that's malpractice.
That's a lady's shirt.
That is tiny.
Well, you said
No, perfect. That's adorable.
So you're gonna work with Michael Meyer a little bit, or we're gonna try to start that super PAC? We're gonna try to start that super PAC next week. Right. He's supposed to be here. I got his cell phone number.
Rated and never charged.
Yeah. So how are you feeling?
Crappy.
Yeah?
I was up all night doing all this stuff. I took me all night to put all this together.
Well, and you were in the hospital.
Yeah.
So what's going on?
I've got some kind of respiratory infection.
That combination with, I think it's like a double indemnity thing. I think they got like 2 bugs.
And HIV. So this one. And HIV.
Oh yeah, but that doesn't. That's not. I mean, that's not an issue.
It's not? Okay.
No, I'm fully healthy. I mean,
Okay.
HIV infection and AIDS are 2 different things.
No, I know, but it still compromises your immune system, does it not? No. You're not? Oh, okay. Shows you what I know. Do you think we have free refills on coffee?
Yeah.
Yeah, where are we going to broadcast from next week?
I know I gotta find a spot.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a lot of work and it's not inexpensive to come out and do this.
Yeah.
Hey, good. Well, I told them, well, I was going to do the one on the radio, on the regular radio, and the second one. We're still streaming here, but I'm just trying to get some footage. Oh, we're still doing live streaming. Absolutely, that's what we're here for.
Some toothpaste squeezes for you guys. Put it on the end of your toothpaste and just squeeze it all out. Over,
That's a great idea.
after a couple years' time, you're going to save so much. Buy a new house.
Right? Pay the taxes.
That's a great idea. I've never seen one of these. Well, I mean, it's very practical. I mean, it's like perfect for a dentist.
I know, but I'm saying as a useful tool.
I'm not going to whip that thing out of my wallet to pull my toothpaste out.
No, you just put it on the end of your toothpaste tube, and then
Oh,
it squeezes it down. You know, you just keep it on there. And then it's a thing. Every time you brush your teeth, you see his name. So that's a smart thing.